How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and this is going to be the very last video of 2024. What a year it has been, guys. As you can probably hear, I'm pretty sick. I have a really bad head cold. Don't know how I picked that up, but my ears are clogged and it's just hellish. But I wanted to make a video today that I've been thinking about for honestly like months and trying to figure out how I wanted to put it together. And in the end, I just figured I would go impromptu and just say it how it is and see if anyone feels the same way. So today we're going to talk about the knife community and what I personally wish to see going into the new year, some things that I experienced the past year, and yeah, I hope that you guys join and put your 2 cents in down in the comments. So this year for me, I guess as a content creator, which I hate saying, but as a content creator that does not get paid by YouTube, does not make any money off of anything, it was a very beautiful year for me personally. My goal with the channel from the very beginning was to have an outlet for real world use that was not commissioned, that was not paid for. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying I want the channel to be a place where you guys can go and learn about knives, learn about steel, just watch cool stuff without ads, without sponsors, without money behind it, without paid promotions, just a real life place to all come together and hang out and talk about knives because we all love knives. And the cool thing about that is I was able to create so many beautiful relationships with knife makers, especially this year. I think because of the realism from the channel, right? And the testing and there aren't a ton of channels that aren't paid, you know, that don't have an agenda. So this year we were able to test so many cool knives, so many steels. The other thing is my testing goes for a month consecutively, and that's the only way you're getting a review out of me is if I have that knife for a month and carry it every day for the whole month, use it every day, nothing else, sharpen it, strop it, really get to know the knife, and then tell you guys whether it's worth the money or not, in my opinion. A lot of reviews, the knife comes in, an Amazon package is opened and we get a full-blown tabletop review and the knife hasn't even been sharpened, the factory edge has not been taken off, we have no idea about the durability, we don't even know if there's lock failures or anything, it's just thrown on a table, we get a full review and we're told to buy it. That is not something I ever want to provide on this channel. So this year, I think staying true to reality really brought a ton of makers to the channel. And we were able to review so many cool knives, so many steels, and debunk a lot of myths and rumors in the knife community with real footage. There is a video on that, which you guys can go watch. It's a couple videos behind this one. Like a recap of 2024, I guess, and the best steels and the best knives that we used, but it got me thinking that maybe we're on to something here, right? Because you're always... Somebody said this, I think it was Clint from Alchemy One, if people hate you, you're doing something right. And I think what that means for me is like, I'm not going to chameleon to what everyone wants me to be. I don't want to be on good terms with everyone. I think I would be doing something wrong if I was doing that, because that would mean I'm not sticking to my moral compass. And if everyone likes you and everyone is so different, like how does that work? Something is off about that, right? So I really tried staying true to that this year, and we tested a whole bunch of steel. We debunked a lot of stuff about like simple carbon steels and super steels. And, you know, some people absolutely hated that content. But you can't, you know, the videos aren't edited. You can't argue what happened on camera. We can't argue that we took 10 thou BTE K390 at 64.5 HRC, ground it into a 220 grit stone, chipped it, beat the crap out of it, and then brought the edge back within a few minutes. You know, we can't argue that we took that K390 and batoned and cross batoned and tried to break it on camera during the summer, and it didn't break, and it was still shaving after. These are just things that happened. There's footage, and it is what it is. So I guess I was able to create a lot of unlikely friendships or acquaintanceships, if you will, this year through the testing that we did and the content that we made. And I'm huge on setting resolutions for the new year, and I don't mean that in like the cheesy way of like mediocre fabricated ones. I really do every year sit down and I'm like, okay, this is my one or two goals that I really want to stick to. Let's always keep mindful about that and see what happens. So on top of creating a bunch of real world use content this year, my other goal was to do a no spend year on things that I didn't need. And I did accomplish that. And it was very surprising the amount of money that I saved being mindful about that. So this year, I want to move into 2020-25 with the mindset of we don't have to like each other, but we are all called to love each other. And that's something that someone taught me very recently was, I love you, but I don't like you. So let me explain. Whether you are spiritual, religious, an atheist, you believe in aliens, you believe in hot moms with beer. I do believe that if we wake up every morning and we try to love everybody, the world would probably be a better place. Now that doesn't mean I have to like you. You know what I'm saying? But loving somebody's soul, loving them as a human being that's alive, loving them as just a human, I think is important. And it's something that I've very much struggled with until recently. But that's what I want to move into the new year doing, is trying to love everybody. I don't have to like you, but I do love you. And I've really been practicing that. I think at the end of every video, I tell you guys that I love you because I really do love you all. The haters, the lovers, the fans, the non-fans, the aliens. I love everybody, even if I don't like you. But I am calling on anyone else that would like to join this challenge for 2025, because I think it would make not only the community, but the world a better place. So what I mean by I don't have to like you, but I love you is that there are there's constant chit chat in the community about other people, right? Me, everyone. And it is very easy to be in a group chat on Instagram or something, right? And hear certain things about a person, and before you even know it, you immediately hate them or dislike them or have something against them. Now, you've never even talked to this person in real life. You've never talked to them virtually, but because you're friends or because somebody told you not to like that person, you don't like them. And it even goes farther than that. You hate them, right? You don't even know them and you can't stand them. And then you have this bias, right? So maybe you get curious about this person, you go watch their stuff, but because it's already been put in your head that you should hate them, their content annoys you more than it should. And even if it's realistic, even if it's factual, even if it's scientific, even if it's something that you would agree with generally, you still hate them because somebody else told you to. So, will there always be poking fun at certain parts of the community from every side? Of course. I'm always poking fun at the Bushcraft boys because I think they're hilarious. I think some of the stuff that they do is just a riot. I think it's a lot of stuff that I would never do, so I poke fun, but I'm trying not to have an opinion any further than that about certain people. Because it is so easy to get sucked in. And especially in the last 3 months, have made some really incredible friendships that were so unlikely and with people that I thought hated me or hated my content, and then I ended up just reaching out, or we stumbled upon each other, or maybe there was a comment on a video and we both commented and realized we both have the same opinion on something. Like, who would have thought? So I guess I'm just encouraging everyone to maybe feed into that a little more and explore that. If you have an opinion about someone who has genuinely, to the core, never attacked you, your character, you personally, your loved ones, if they've just said stuff that you didn't like, or maybe their voice annoyed you, or maybe their mannerisms annoyed you, or maybe they're saying things that you just don't want to hear. Maybe they crack jokes you don't like. Maybe they swear too much for your liking. Maybe they believe in science and you believe in the stuff that you've experienced and they conflict. If they've never personally attacked you, or personally attacked your character, or personally attacked you, your family, your loved ones, or your business, I challenge you to reach out. I challenge you to, if you can't do that, maybe even just watch their content or look at their photos on Instagram, or just try to be more open-minded to their existence. Because if you think about it, if we hated everyone that disagreed with us, that said something we didn't like, or acted a way we didn't like, or had tattoos or piercings, or dressed grungy, or too dressy, or had dirty hands or didn't have dirty hands, we would have no friends, guys. And what a sad life that would be, right? So I am challenging myself, first and foremost, to be more open-minded to building relationships with people that I maybe have had a little bit of a bias against. Maybe I have heard things about them that I really didn't like, but at the end of the day, they never actually did anything to me. I'm challenging myself and all of you that have watched this to just let it go. Just let it go. Now, am I saying that we need to let go really big things that really morally are kind of messed up? No. There are some things that definitely go too far. Obviously, if someone has really messed up another person's life, or done something really wrong, or stolen designs or money or business from someone, obviously I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the general normal stuff, guys, right? Let it go. Because you may be compromising a beautiful acquaintanceship or friendship that could blossom, all because you can't get out of your own way with your ego. And these are relationships that could benefit you as a person, your business, your Instagram page, your content, your knowledge base. And because you can't get out of your own way, you are flicking everyone out of the way that doesn't align with who you are. And I think that's a very sad way to live. It's very, that's really going to like cage you in. So I'm focusing on that this year. I want to keep building friendships and relationships with people because at the end of the day, we may not agree on anything other than the fact that we love knives. That may be the one and only thing that we have in common, is that we like knives. So be it. If that's it, let it go. If that's the only thing that we have in common, let everything else go and just try to focus on that, right? Don't even bring up the argumentative stuff. Don't even think about it. Just let it go and try to build friendships and relationships with people. Like I said, if they've attacked your personal character or something of your intellectual property or physical property or whatever, that's different, you know? I love you, but I don't like you. Stay over in your field. But if it's a whole bunch of nonsense that's been created over nothing and a whole bunch of talk and judgment, I just advise that maybe we all let it go. Just let it go. Start fresh with the new year. Try to focus on the positives of those people, because we may have more in common than you even want to know. We may both be parents. We may both be recovering addicts. Maybe your parents were both addicts. Maybe we've both been homeless. Maybe we were both teachers. Maybe we both love dogs. Maybe we both think Montana Knife Company is a secret CIA movement that's actually Chinese. Just kidding. But you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe there's more in common than the knife thing and you just haven't wanted to see it. But this is your little poke to try to see past what you've heard or what you've seen at face value. Maybe you're a veteran and I've worked with veterans. Maybe I have PTSD and you have PTSD. Maybe trauma. Maybe we both have scrambled eggs for brains. Maybe we both love the outdoors. Maybe we both love hunting and fishing, and just try to focus on that, you know? That's my goal moving into the new year. I think it will make me a lot happier, and I've really been practicing it the past few months, and I can tell that it's working because, like I said, I've built a couple of friendships, a lot of friendships, not a couple, a lot of friendships the past few months that I just never thought I would even talk to these people. I genuinely never thought they would reach out to me, but they did. And even accepting apologies, guys, even if someone did attack you or your character or whatever, if they do come back and say, hey, I was in a really bad place in my life and I'm so sorry, like that was uncalled for, and I'm sorry that I compromised your mental health for mine. I'm sorry that I tried to bring you down with me. Can we move on? Just accept the apology. Even if you don't think it's real, just let it go and move on and just say, okay, let's start fresh. Because your life in your social group the community is going to dwindle into non-existence if we just keep genuinely hating each other for things that people didn't do to us personally. So, I still have some healing to do with that. There are a couple of people in the knife community this year that personally, genuinely contacted me and did me pretty dirty, and I don't like you, but I love you, and I will always be waiting with open arms if you ever want to try to move past that. But for the most part, I think we're really moving into the new year strong and steady with our heads held high, and I'm just so excited to see what the next year brings. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I hope that you join me in this, and if you don't, I still love you. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for the past year. We've grown exponentially this year, and we're never going to change in terms of doing the use your shit content, real content, testing knives before we review them. We're not going to change that, but we are going to try to be more open-minded and loving. So with that being said, guys, go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. Let me know down in the comments what your goal is for the upcoming year, if you have one. I love you so much, guys. Take care.